The day I film one of my wrap-ups on time is the day that the Queen buys a holiday caravan. Hey Crusaders, and welcome to my February Reads video. I did not read as much in the month of February as I normally do, but that is not to say that I am bothered how much I read in a month, and I will get on to the reasons why in the video. So February started on a high with a buddy read with Eleanor Reads Books of Everything I Never Told You by Celeste Ng. I won this book in Eleanor's 300 subscriber giveaway, and I was so happy to do so because we got to buddy read it together, and it was a really good book to buddy read, even if the buddy read only lasted for a day. That's right, Eleanor, I just don't think she could help herself, and I just don't think she put this book down. And me, I finished it in 2 days, which is quite a record for me too, so that was the world's shortest buddy read, but a very good one all at the same time. I will link Eleanor's channel down below, although I'm sure you're all subscribed to her because some of you are probably from her channel, and she's fantastic. I love watching her videos so much. She's so on point with her video making. She's just so constant in her wrap-ups, and she always has great things to say about books, and she reads such a wide variety. And yes. So Everything I Never Told You is a story about an American Chinese family living in the 1970s in Ohio and the struggles that they have to deal with there. The book mainly centres around the time that their middle daughter Lydia was found dead in the lake near their house. It's how the whole family unravels from there. It's about trying to find out why Lydia died, all of these secrets that come out, and it's very emotionally charged book like that. It's really fast paced and it's from different characters' perspectives, but it's done so well. They just flow into each other seamlessly and you just don't realise. It doesn't feel like, oh, this is another perspective. The writing in this is just completely on point. So like I said, this was a very emotional book for me. I found myself crying for quite a lot of it, and I think Eleanor did too. And it was a great start to the month. I gave this 4 stars. Why did I drop a star? Why did I drop a star? Because maybe I dropped a star because there was nothing in this book which was amazingly new, but it was still a fantastic book. After Everything I Never Told You, I picked up Warbreaker by Brandon Sanderson. This needs no introduction. Brandon Sanderson is a terrifically popular author. This is a story about 2 princesses, and I'm not really going to go into the plot. Okay, so they're not your typical princess, but I really do think that you can't really describe the plot of this. It's just best to kind of go into it. I wouldn't be able to do it justice if I tried to tell you what it was about, but the magic system in this is what makes it especially interesting. I'd never really read a fantasy before that had such a complex magic system, so this was mind-blowing for me, and I just adored it for that reason. So every person is born with 1 breath, but you can't perform any magic acts with just that 1 breath. 1 breath on its own isn't enough. So you can give your breath to certain people. They're known as awakeners, and they collect breath and they have a lot of breath, and then with that breath they can do amazing things. They can bring things to life, they can make things do their bidding. You know, they breathe life into something. So that's the basic premise of the breaths, although it's a lot more complex than that with the different systems and the way you see colours when you have different breaths, and it's complex, but Brandon Sanderson explains it so well that you just get it even if it sounds complex right now. This is a really fantastic and fun book with a twist at the end that I just did not see coming. I know everyone says that there's a twist at the end that you don't see coming, and then you try to figure out, you're like, no, I'll see the twist coming. And I did see some of the twists coming, actually. Some of it was really obvious, and some of it kind of felt to me like it dragged a little bit for that reason. The humour I really enjoyed, but at other times I didn't. I think some characters and their humour got on my nerves more than others, but Lightsong, he was absolutely hilarious and absolutely fantastic. Lightsong is a god who just won't believe that he's a god. He just will not listen to people. He refuses to believe his own religion, which is just amazing. My favourite character in this book has to be Nightblood, and if you know that, then I just want to give him a hug, and I know how dangerous that is, but can we talk about it, please? I just found Nightblood so funny and so entertaining. So I gave this book 4 stars, and I am excited to read more Brandon Sanderson soon. So after that, the Project TBR readathon started, and the reason I haven't done a wrap-up for Project TBR is because I did awfully in Project TBR. I just didn't read that much. I didn't even read for the last days of that. So my first readathon really didn't go so well. So the book that I read at the beginning of that readathon is The White Road by Lynn Llewellyn, the fifth book in the Night Runners series, and the reason I didn't read much after you, I think I was in a book hangover, Alec. I think you did that to me. So I read this at the beginning of that readathon and I love it, and I'm not going to go into it because it's the 5th book in a series and it's the Night Runners, and I've talked about them a lot, and I'm going to do a series review soon, so stay tuned for that when I've read the final 2 books. So yeah, so I read that and gave it 5 stars because even if it has flaws, I can't not give the Night Runners 5 stars. You know they're my life. And then after that I picked up The Bloody Chamber by Angela Carter, and I'm sorry to say that I just did not enjoy this book. I didn't like it. I didn't like it. I didn't like anything about it. I gave it 2 stars though because well, that sounds harsh to people that love it. The reason I didn't give it 1 star is because I can see the merit in it and I can see why people love it, and I'm not saying it's a bad book. I just didn't click with it in any way. These are really twisted and dark fairy tale retellings, but not ones that I enjoyed. I didn't enjoy the way they were twisted. I didn't enjoy... maybe I wasn't in the right mood, but I just thought they were boring. I was just kind of wondering what I got out of them. I didn't get anything out of them, but I don't want to talk more about my reasons why because I just don't want to. So after that I read this, and then after that did reading happen? No, reading did not happen. I don't know what happened. I just couldn't read. But I did pick up Wolf Hall. I got about 86 pages in it. Love it. It's brilliant, but I wasn't in the right mind frame for reading a book like this, because when you don't really feel like reading, this isn't the type of fly through book that will get you back into reading. This is the type of book that you need to appreciate when you're on a roll. So I put this down. I will pick it up again because it is great, but I fell into a bit of a I don't want to read, so I didn't read. I didn't read until about the last day of the month when I picked up this again. I actually probably read this in the first couple of days of March, so I'm not going to talk about it here, and I also did a review on it, so I'll link that here if you want to know more about it. It's a Roman historical spy thriller. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Ooh, ooh. I gave this one 3 stars, but I had a lot of enjoyment reading it and it got me back out of that reading slump. Not that I believe reading slumps are even a thing. So obviously I didn't read my TBR pig pick for the month, which was Servants, because I wasn't reading. So yet again, I have failed in the one challenge I give myself a month. But this time there will be no turning back. There is none. This is it, guys. This is it. I mean it this time, Hattie, come on. Mrs. Dalloway by Virginia Woolf. Well, that's a short book if nothing else, so I should be able to commit to that, but knowing me, I probably won't. So let's have a little look at March, shall we? I am currently participating in the 11/22/63 readathon going on Janie from the Bookworm Buddies channel. I will link the information in the description. Really enjoying this book, guys. You don't even know how this book is, this book. So yes, I will have more of that in March. Probably I will pick up Red Rising by Pierce Brown next, because I bought that on my Kindle. I bought a book on my Kindle because it's currently 99p on the Kindle store. So run right now and get yourself Red Rising, because it's mighty cheap right now. Thank you for watching my February Reads video, guys. Please subscribe if you want more from me, or don't subscribe if you don't want more from me, and I will see you when I see you. look in the shadows.